Hi there. So the most common question before a dry needling session is it the same as acupuncture? The honest answer, no. But I understand why people ask. The needle looks the same. The name sounds related. The rationale or the thinking behind it is completely different. My name's Anthony McKergow. I'm a diploma remedial massage therapist. I work out of PCRMT, serving Point Cook, Werribee, Tarneit, Truganina, Williams Landing, so basically the western suburbs. So more on dry needling. Let's see. So dry needling is actually based on anatomy, muscle function and pain science. The needle is placed into a specific area of muscle tissue to produce a local physiological response, or you might feel a twitch or the sensation or reproduction of the pain pattern. That means that we've excited the tissue to the nervous system to say, hey, this is the bit that's irritating that bit. You're on the right path, okay? The target tissue itself, the target is the tissue, I should say, not an energy pathway or a meridian. That is traditional Chinese medicine, and those guys know what they're talking about. They study an awful long time. Traditional acupuncture operates from a different framework entirely. The needles may look similar, but the rationale, the target sites, and the intended effects are not the same thing. I work on a muscle tissue layer. Acupuncture works systemically on a completely different lens, different level of training. So I do not claim to do acupuncture. More on dry needling, excuse me, is when the needle contacts a reactive area within the muscle, something called a twitch response can occur. You'll feel it, it's like a little thump or a twitch in the muscle. It's a brief involuntary contraction, like a flicker or a jump in the muscle. Most people feel it clearly, and well, many notice the area feels different immediately afterwards. Less dense, easier to move, those sorts of things. The twitch indicates the needle has reached the right site or area, and that way it's working on the area that needs to be. It's responding. Now, not everyone experiences a strong twitch. You won't always get a twitch, and its absence doesn't necessarily mean that the treatment's not working. But when it does occur, it tends to mark a clear shift in how the area feels, because we're giving different feedback to the muscles, the nervous system, saying, hey, let's change a few things here and see what happens. So when is dry needling actually the right choice? Hands-on massage is the starting point for most presentations. Always I'll palpate, I'll test, I'll feel, what is the tissue telling me? Dry needling tends to be considered when an area has been worked on consistently but keeps returning the same pattern, or when the tension, I can feel it sitting deeper than manual pressure can actually comfortably reach. An example of that is the deep glute muscles. For me to reach where the problem is, I have to press all the way through those layers, and that's not going to feel very nice. So we can bypass those top layers and get to where the problem is with a needle. Now, the needle delivers a different type of input to the tissue and the nervous system. That input can produce a response that hands-on techniques alone sometimes don't achieve. It's not used routinely in every area. I don't always needle. It's selected when the presentation calls for it. And it's likely to add something specific to that particular massage session that you're having with me. On the question of sensation, the insertion of the needle, it's usually brief, it's minor, it's bang, the needle goes in. The more notable experience is the twitch response itself, the deep ache that can follow the muscle. That's actually, we won't go into the science of it, but that's actually it reacting to the response. Most people describe this as intense but short-lived, rather than sharp or ongoing. Treatment is adjusted based on how you respond. Nothing is forced. Everything is checked and cleared with you, and all feedback is checked with you as well. Now, all needles are single use. We don't reuse them. We use them, boom, they go in a sharps disposal bin, that's it. Suitability for dry needling is actually assessed on the individual, contraindications, considerations, what medications you're on, your health history, because there are some instances where dry needling is not appropriate, and that will be considered at the time of the treatment. Dry needling tends to suit people with muscle tension that keeps returning, despite regular work, areas that feel too deep or guarded to address comfortably, have not resolved with other approaches. If the same area has been treated with other approaches repeatedly and the result is not held, a different type of input may be what the tissue needs. Sometimes it needs a different story to get a different outcome. So guys, I'm based in Point Cook. I'm at PCRMT out of the Platinum Fitness Gym here in One Motto Court, Hoppers Crossing. Jump online to the booking link and explore yourself. Have a try. See if it's suitable for you. If it's not, I'm not going to push it. Thanks for your time.